damn button. Don't tell me what button to push. You ain't
break your thumbs, bro. Break your thumbs, bro.
Push the damn button.
Push the button. Push it. We live. What up? Happy late 4th of July to everybody. We back in the building. Raider Nation live in the building. We got a special guest too.
I want to say thank you to the Torres family for the fires over there in the Grapevine.
Yeah.
They were popping up
the Torres family.
Popping fireworks over there. No one can drive in it. Allegedly, Torres. My bad. But yeah, you can't go to the Grapevine.
We're be throwing people under the bus. We haven't been here for about a week.
I told Gabe on a live show. Bro, that if they handing out money for people doing illegal fireworks in my neighborhood, I'll be snitching everybody off. We get paid.
We have some good ass seats.
Where'd you get all that money from? Gravy? Snitching fools off on 4th of July.
4th of July? That fool's doing it. That fool's doing it. Shit.
That house right there.
Yeah, man. Should have been a good week. A good week since we've been around. So, yeah. Could be back.
It's been too fucking hot, bro. Like, I didn't want to do podcasts. I know you guys are outside, man. Like, you guys are geez for that shit, bro. I can't do it. I don't even go outside till the sun comes down, bro. Can't do it.
16 degrees.
Today. I'm working out in this motherfucker, cutting countertops and shit out of this fucking heat.
That is 89, bro. 89 in there. 80. It's 100 degrees again. Oh my god. They're all fucking.
Dude, over 100.
Got to 103.
I'm gone.
Got to 103 today, dog. That shit was bad. That's not.
Oh, pobrecito. You guys are all like that. 115 right now. Here. Right now.
It is 115 right now.
We'll be there next month. No trip, though. We'll be there next month.
It's 105 right now.
It don't get there for us till August over here, like in Southern California. 150, the 115, 120. That's when like August for us.
115.
What about you, Turf? You got bitch about the weather today, man. We got to give I guess it's Satan, man, had the upper hand on us today over here in Fresno. It was my dad used to say it was hotter than a cat's ass outside, bro.
Yeah, pissing.
Yeah, that's I've never heard that one. I've heard many, but I've never heard that one.
We learned it in Vietnam. The way it was over there.
It's
hotter. They used to say it's hotter than a cat's ass.
Oh, y'all, man, how you guys doing, man? Shit, been a cool minute.
What's up, Turf? Yeah, we got our special guest. That I invited personally to the show.
Welcome.
Great information. He's with a great bunch of dudes. They have their show, and then we want to bring the man on, the ultimate Raider
fan 32.
Fan 32. I thought I was gonna say 00. My boy Turf.
Yeah. Welcome, Turf, man. Appreciate you for pulling up, bro. Like,
appreciate y'all for the invite, man. I absolutely enjoy the show. I'm ecstatic to be on, man. I can't wait to hear everybody's take. I can't debate. I can't argue. I can't wait to argue. I can't do it all. I can't wait to do it all. I love it, bro. Real talk. I love it. Because that's the thing about it, man. I love that we all have different opinions, but at the end of the day, we all want the same outcome.
Oh, of course.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Definitely. Before we get into it, I'm going to get to the chat real quick. Welcome to Raider Nation Live. I'm your host, What Up Low. We got Coach Gravy, Ready to Get 420, and our guest, Ultimate Raider Fan 32. He does have his own podcast. That's where you can reach him at on IG and also on YouTube. And he's been in the chat before. I've seen you in the chat before, bro. So it's like, I didn't know that's what you were and stuff like that. But I know he has his own podcast, but he does the Raider Syndicate with Rundown, you, Chris, Protect the Shield, and stuff like that. So
correct.
Like, yeah, if you guys have
Cheeto Linus. Yep, Cheeto Linus.
Yeah, Cheeto Linus. Yeah, Cheeto Linus, bro. My bad.
No,
Yeah, but yeah, Leo's cool as fuck too, bro. And you know,
That's my
all
guy.
those guys the next guy that we're gonna get on, we have to get rundown on, bro. I've been wanting to get rundown on too. It's like we're just,
Bro,
just timing and everything, you know.
I tell people, man, the kid is official, bro. I don't, young, old, in between, however you want to look at it. He's definitely going to give himself the ability to have some stats and some statistics to back him up. You know what I mean? Like, he's going to do his homework, man, which is all you can ask for anybody that's going to debate and have an honest opinion, right?
True.
That's what we all want and love, man, is an honest opinion from a true Raider, man. And, you know, it's authentic.
Because there's always two ways to look at it. I mean, you can go by numbers, you go by eye. Like, you know how the way people argue, you know what I mean? Like, there's people with different opinions, and that's what I love about this shit. You know what I mean? Like, there's always different opinions. People, you know, look at the game a certain way, you know what I mean? But like you said earlier, dog, we all want the same outcome. We want to win. We want to become those, you know, the dominant Raiders again. That's the end goal. And I think we're moving in the right direction. That's for sure.
Yep. Let me get to the chat real quick, and then we'll get into it, man. We've got a bunch of shit to talk about. We haven't been here for about a week, man. So hopefully everybody still has all their fingers for 4th of July. You know what I mean? Everybody had a good time. You know what I mean? No DUIs, no nothing like that. But I'd rather tell you around these parts, don't drink. Be thankful for what you do got, what you don't drink and drive, and then we're gonna get into it. Penya's in the building. What up, Pena? Raider Paul's in the building. Raider Ryan, Michael Guerrero. What's up, bro? Michael Guerrero is a G, bro. He got literally banned on all ways on fucking Call of Duty. I don't know how he did it, but anyone can figure it out. It was Mike G. Shout out Mike G, bro. Hit stick in the building.
If it would be anybody, it would be him. If it would be anybody, it would be him.
It would be Guerrero. Shout out. Cash Lord in the building. What up, bro? I know you feeling that heat too, bro. SoCal South in the building. Orlando. Unfazed. What up? What up? Hopefully you guys are having a good one, man. Let me try to catch up to everybody. Don't forget to hit that like button and hit the notification bell, so anytime we go live, we can go that, and you can always go back and watch any of the shows that we got.
Sir.
Rome Clemens, what's good, fellas? And shit, 91 in New York today. Shit. At my motherfucking nice
I'll take 91 over this.
That's what's up.
Billy Davis, what up? Hopefully having a good one. James Williams in the building. Dolphin Raider, what's up, bro? Doppelganger in the building. Who else in here? Oh, so just watched the PTS podcast. Shout out that. Cowtown's in the building. Raider Dre's in the building. Night Owl, what up, bro? Just salute. Night Owl a couple weeks back, man, put a chat up, put something in the chat, bro. I mean, in the comment section, bro. I love that, man. I went back. I was a couple shows back, and I read the whole thing, bro, and I appreciate you, Night Owl. Hopefully you're having a good one, bro. Hopefully everything was good. Mr. Raider 72. Miguel, what up, bro? Brother, hopefully you're having a good one. Orlando, hey guys, I have a question. I've been wanting to
get not asleep yet.
He's not asleep. He's supposed to be, bro. He's supposed to be up at like 4, bro.
That will be asleep by 6 o'clock, dog. I'm surprised right now. Sunday.
Hey, Orlando, I'm gonna get to the chat, bro. I'm gonna keep that question up, bro. I'll bring it right back, bro, and we'll start off on that. Shout out to everybody else in the building. Ultimate Raider in here. Bugsy, what's up, bro? Matt, what's going on, brother? Hopefully you're having a good one. Cool Kev in the building, bro. Yeah, cool motherfucking Kev, bro. Man, Kev, if you ever make it to Fresno, bro, and you're gonna be out here, bro, you want to see some tortas, bro? I got you, bro. There was nothing but fucking tortas last night, bro. A lot of them. A lot of them.
A tri-tip sandwich.
Tri-tip sandwich, bro, all day.
They don't even sell tri-tip. They don't even sell tri-tip or Pappy's in New York.
Gunsmoke.
So he missing the barbecue experience.
Shit, gotta be
bro. JB, what up? Victor Lopez, man. There's a bunch of people, man. Thank you guys for pulling up, man. I appreciate you. You too. Thank you for putting that shit up for us, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Because I got my new schedule. I start at 12. Oh shit. So there it goes. There he is. So he's gonna be up. So he's gonna be.
He can go to sleep later.
Stay up now, you know.
Oh yeah, Freak Thinker, what's up, man?
He's gonna be talking shit in the chat. He's gonna be talking shit in the chat now every fucking show.
Yeah. Hey, you know what I was gonna tell you guys, dude? I know you guys were always tagging each other and stuff like that. If you hit the @ sign and then type in like the first person, like say Roberts, you say it at and then RO, and then a name will come up. You can tag them, and then it'll highlight in the fucking chat. So make sure you guys do that. So you know what I mean? Oh no, here we go.
My sister says, plus he already took a 3-hour nap, so that's why he's
plus he already took a oh shit. That is our number one supporter and hater at the same time. Shout out, baby.
Hey, real talk, real quick, man. This track fire. I don't know who wrote this track. This track fire. This track, this beat, yeah. This.
Oh yeah, that's mine. Yeah, I got that. Yeah,
Primo.
Shit, thank you, appreciate you, bro.
This is dope. This is dope. This is.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I got a lot. I got stuff I've been working on too.
Yeah,
bro.
well, hey, this right here. Oh, hey,
Gabe, that must be true. You must have really took a 3-hour nap. You must have. If she said you look like you took a
brother-in-law.
No, brother-in-law, Miguel.
Not me.
Oh, Miguel, he took a 3-hour nap.
Yeah, that's so he's gonna be up.
Nah, I can't take that.
He's online. It's so stupid. All right, we got the first question.
Where'd he get that from? Where'd he get that from? Where'd he get cottage cheese in Fresno from?
That's something that he's gonna have to explain in his biography, bro. I don't know. I seen him saying that shit, bro. And I was kind of tripping. I was like, "What is cottage cheese from?"
I don't know where you got cottage cheese from. Fresno.
I was watching fucking Beverly Hills Cop. Eddie Murphy making a comeback, man. And
Hey, you guys watched that? That was good. It was good. It was good.
That Axel Foley joint on Netflix was dope.
Yeah.
I thought it was dope. I mean, considering it.
I can't talk about it. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah. I ain't saying that.
I'll tell you everything.
Go catch that.
You're lucky because he turned around and ruined the end of Snowfall for me, bro. I still haven't even finished watching it. He literally, I still haven't watched it, bro. Anyways,
my sister, she said you guys all gotta need to take a nap. Take it up.
Rest in peace, Jerome. Rest in peace, Jerome.
Oh shit! Stop already, bro. Fuck.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he pushed it up. No, but hey, man, shit. The Raiders band are just. I mean, I've just been catching up on just a bunch of interviews that they have. Just a bunch of. I like Michael Mayer's attitude. You know what I mean? I like Michael Mayer. I mean, talking about the tight ends rooms and shit like that, man. I like what I'm hearing out of there, especially him and Bowers, him kind of, trying to, take Bowers under his wing a little bit, you know what I mean? Kind of, letting him know how it is to be a rookie, you know what I mean? Don't get, and not being able to get overwhelmed. And Bowers looks like he's gonna hit the ground running, man. He looks like one of those guys that's gonna be able to hit the ground running, especially because he's so advanced in his route running. You know what I mean? And I just think his route running is what gives him that advantage, because he might struggle a little bit in going up against bigger guys or more established guys in the NFL, especially DNs that are just strong, you know what I mean? Because he might get a pleasant surprise when he was going up against there. But as far as when they're lining him out, you know what I mean, lining him out wide and shit like that, I think our tight ends room, dog, it's going to be a big reason why our offense is going to end up. It might start off slow, but I think our offense is going to come along because of that 2 tight end set. Like I don't think we've had the personnel to kind of run that, which we kind of wanted to with, you know what I mean, with McDumpfuck and all of that shit. But you know what I mean, I think now with the guys that we have in place, I don't know. I think Getsy's gonna have a field day out there with those 2 guys, man. I think he's. I know they have a lot of stuff to prove, but I don't know, man. I like what I'm hearing. I like what I'm seeing, and especially Bowers. That Bowers kid is. He looks like he's gonna be the real deal. He hasn't hit the field yet, but he looks like he is.
Let's hear from what do you think, Tur? What you think about what Gabe said?
I think Bowers is going to be the real deal. Anybody that knows and watches, I absolutely was at the draft. It was my initial knee-jerk reaction. Pissed the F off. 100%. And I'll always, stay 10 toes down to that, because that is how I felt initially about that pick. Knowing that we needed a solid tackle, some things that I think could have been a better pick from that perspective. But after really understanding what you have, I'll tell you this. I'm going to give y'all this perspective. There's a guy that Andy Reid is looking at in his camp that he's considering creating as a fullback just for that position. I can tell you Bowers can fit a fullback. But guess what? Bowers can also fit a slot. Bowers can also fit tight end. Bowers can also fit wideout. Bowers can also fit number 2. Bowers can fit anywhere. And when you realize and recognize that's what you're dealing with and that could be your base on a regular basis, you tell me what you tell me as the coordinator what you know what I'm saying, what you're dealing with.
Our expectations.
And I will say,
our expectations of this kid is crazy, Turf.
Well, no. I don't think so. I don't think so based on his caliber in college and the size that he is. See, I think our expectations would be a little crazy if he didn't have the size. You're talking about a kid that's 6'4.5", that runs a 4.5 40, that's played tight end his whole college career. There's a difference there. I think he has the ability to play all those spots I named.
Yeah. I think that's why.
We said the same thing with Myers. With Myers.
But I think that's why I kind of mentioned.
Nah, nobody said that with Mayer. That was the last regime that picked him. Don't get me wrong. We did think he was a good pick.
Yeah, no. What I mean is like I think he's
in the
more,
second round.
That's why I say Bowers is more advanced in the route tree. Like what he said, he could line up at the 1. He could line up at
anywhere.
Line up anywhere. You know what I mean? And that's where he has the advantage over like a guy like Mayer. Yeah, as good as Mayer is, and as good as Mayer was in college, he just doesn't that part of his game isn't there. You know what I mean? And if he's struggling, blocking at first or something like that, like a Bowers, you can move him outside. You can move him into the slot position.
He can still contribute. He can still contribute while he continues to learn, because we all know what happened to Mayer. That's the beautiful thing about what we have. We have the absolute number one welcome to the effing NFL when it comes to the defensive line right now, when you got Kuntz on one side and Max on the other, and these dudes got to figure it out. I mean, I'm just saying that's a match made in heaven on both sides of the ball, if you will, as a coach, especially when you got an offense that's trying to learn. Man, if y'all can block these two dudes in some kind of way, I don't care if you chip, triple team, double team. However, if y'all figure it out with this line, you pretty much Gucci for the rest of the season. That's just how you have to view it.
That's another thing, too. I forgot to mention. That's what made me so, really, really like our first round pick in Bowers, when in the second round, we turn around and go get Powers Johnson. You know what I mean? That was what really kind of had me big. It will have me big up on these first 2 picks of the draft. You know what I mean? Because as much as we wanted to tackle first, a lot of people wanted to tackle first. Like, there was not going to be a talent like Bowers in the second round. You know what I mean? And when you could get a guy like Powers in the second round, which in a lot of people's minds was the first round grade. You know what I mean? A first round grade, you know what I mean? In a lot of people's books. So I just see, I don't know. That's the reason why I ended up liking the Powers pick even more. I mean, the Bowers pick. Bowers, you know what I mean?
I love them. Both of them. Solid. And that, man, there's so many reports. I don't think people understand the youth we have, and if we actually do get the ability to just let these people gel, let them get 3-4 years out of the game to where, everything is put in place and everybody's battle tested, and they should really, truly just be replacing small fragments in the engine as opposed to the transmission or the engine itself, right? All the major components.
So what we're saying is that this core that we have right now, right? This core right here, you want to wait 4 or 5 years of maybe not winning games, Turf?
No, that's not going to happen right
now. I ain't down for having these guys. I ain't down for
right now. No. We're built to win right now. We're built to win. They
got to contribute now. These rookies.
We're built to win right now. There are people that are in the wings. That's what I'm saying. These people that I'm referring to mainly are people that are backups. Like the main guys that have been with us
like Devonshire, like Trey Taylor, like Byron Young, like all those guys those guys need to be able to stick on the team for a long run to be able to come in for the guys that are on their way out, eventually.
Right, and then actually be solid and have that same mentality. I agree 100%, Gabe. 100%.
That was the way it's supposed to be, stability at the head coach, but we go through coaches every 2 years.
That's not going to happen with this one.
What type of
happen with this one?
Different drafts, then we're saying that, McDaniel's guy, Michael Mayer, but Bowers is Pierce's guy. You know what I mean? Michael Myers is perfect for New England. Eric Perkins' offense, perfect. Bowers is a good ass athlete that went to Georgia, but put yourself where they were looking at Myers when he was in Notre Dame.
Right.
Pound the fucking football, cold weather, play independent. They play all the tough schools. They did totally different tight ends.
No, I agree.
It's been a Bowers. I question the pick a lot of times because this is what I've said, Turf. I go, it's gonna happen 2 years in a row if it happens. Either we got Tyree and that tackle that plays in Philly is successful. We should have got him, right? Then this one right here was where we got Bowers, but we needed an offensive lineman, and all of us are saying this guy that went to the next pick to New Orleans.
Right. Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
From Oregon
It's going to happen back-to-back years of me saying we fucked up twice. We messed up twice.
Well, hey, and everybody knows I'm a huge fan. So listen to this. I'm a huge fan of the Oregon State lineman that went to the Saints directly after that pick. The main reason is because shout out to Jim Mihalacek. That is my guy. He was the offensive line coach for Oregon State for several years, where they have been successful for quite some time. Hence why he's now at Michigan State and offensive line coach there and already getting rave reviews, and they haven't even stepped on the field yet. I already know he's dope because he was my guy, and I'll never forget. If you're a running back, that's the dude you want. That's the kind of guy you want in your corner as far as an offensive line coach. You already know he's run heavy first, more so than pass. In the mind, if you will, I probably done gave out too much information. But real talk, it is what it is, man. And you got to remember, some leopards don't change their spots, man. And a lot of these guys really don't care anyways. They say, hey, you know what I want to do. Stop it. That's Jim Mihalacek, 100%. That was Fuaga. I wanted Fuaga. We didn't get Fuaga.
A lot of people want Fuaga.
I'm telling you, that's who he came from. That elk. A lot of guys came from that elk. And again, I have a actual personal tie to it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I know it's good. We're gonna, like you said, Gravy. We gonna see that kid's gonna do things, and we're gonna be like, "Yo, that was our guy." Everybody else, well, it doesn't even matter what happened, but that was our guy because I'm telling you, Fuaga about the ball.
I think that the thing though is gonna soften the blow for that, and I've been on this since he was drafted. The thing that's gonna soften the blow with that is that I believe Mumford is going to come into his own this year.
Yeah.
I've always had a lot of faith in Mumford, especially when you look at last year when McCall Miller went down and Luminor was playing right. You look at some of the tape that he played at left tackle, bro. He did a real good fucking job. He had no sacks. I think maybe one pressure or something like that. He did a real good job on the left side, but him going to the right side, because I'm a little iffy about Colt Miller because he's getting a little bit older. Not saying he's not the Pro Bowl Colt Miller that we got, but yet at the same time he's still injured. He really didn't participate in minicamp.
Great question.
All that good stuff. So like for me, bro, like Mumford, I knew that he was gonna get there. I didn't realize like how he was going to get thrusted into it. You know what I mean? I thought Luminor was going to stay or we're going to pick up another tackle, but he's going to have to like step up big time this year.
I want to see the confidence that they have in this guy they picked third round. That's
Glaze?
Glaze.
Okay.
I know he's gonna say Glaze.
You must be in somebody's viewpoint, and we have a really good offensive line coach ourselves. Our offensive line coach is no joke either. And then if Glaze was picked that high, there's got to be a reason for that, and it might be just a team, or it might be just because of the zone blocking. Maybe he is a guard or tackle. I heard he swings, the one side guy. But the guys that we had last year that we said sucked, those guys are going to be good in this zone offense because they're still layover from Gruden on some of the guys.
I think it's going to be
tough.
I think it's going to be tough for Glaze, though, because guys in front of him are and not even just the guys that are still on the team, but guys like Pete that they brought in. You know what I mean? Guys like Whitehair that they brought in. You know what I mean? They still have Meredith.
Pete can play tackle or guard, too. So they're just getting guys like that.
So Glaze is going to have a harder time getting into that rotation, but I also think that he's a guy that, and I know you don't like hearing this, but I think he's really a guy because we did make those extra signings, you know what I mean, later on in camp. I think he really is a guy that's going to be developed.
Third round pick.
I think he's gonna come into his own. I think he's only going to come into his own if he gets kind of pressured into it, kind of like the way Mumford got thrown out there. And I think that's only going to be the best experience that he could possibly get, just depending, especially with the preseason. He's going to have to really get in there and get that speed. It's not going to be full speed of, like a normal NFL game and stuff like that. But the more he gets in there, I think he's going to develop. I think a lot of people were sleeping on Mumford too, but you've seen how it kind of just slowly developed into what he was, getting into, stuff like that.
Mumford was seventh round or free agent? Seventh round pick.
7th round, I think. Let me see.
7th round pick. Worked and went in there and did a good job. I have no problems with Mumford at all.
Yeah.
Or Parham. No, everybody just Parham got that left side guard spot. You know what I mean? They're saying he solidified that left guard.
What up?
I think Andre James is gonna have.
Remember, Powers is in left, so they got him at the right guard now. Parham.
Yeah.
But he's
number 2 right there.
He's 2. He's playing with the 2s, which is your 2nd round pick, really a 1st round pick, and why is he playing with 2s? That's just a question. That's a question.
I didn't know he was playing with 2s.
Yeah, the rookie mini camp, and then they had this little trend, the little OTAs they had.
But there was a lot of guys that were playing.
JPJ, whatever his name is, was playing with the 2s.
But there was a lot of guys that they were putting in there for to just, I think in the early camp, they're putting in guys there to make sure that they could even step in for like a 1, to play with the 1s and shit like that. Because I know that even for a little bit there, they said that they had Whitehair, taking first snaps, you know what I mean? And they had, you know what I mean? I don't know about Andres P. I really didn't hear about him, but I know that they had, that they had those guys. So I know early in camp, that's where I think that they do those type of things where they're going to see if, somebody goes down. Let's see if this guy can, slide in, with the 1s and see how he looks with the 1s. But I think right now in July, once this actual, it gets down to actual training camp, bro, that's going to separate, you know what I mean? When you're going to really see guys playing with the 1s mostly and guys playing with the 2s, you're going to see the pecking order more likely. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The real pecking order.
So, I mean, there's still a possibility that Dalton Wagner can actually do something. I highly doubt it. But, I mean, I would like to see the guy actually do something because if you actually look at his college tape, he actually did something. But, yeah, I don't see it happening. But, with the guys that we actually got right now, this is what they have right now. As far as tackles are concerned, they have Whitehair, like you said. They have Ben Brown as a guard. Then Jalen McKenzie, I don't know who that is, and then the Andrew Coker kid. And then there's a lot of good tackles on this team that we got. It's just about getting the right chemistry, getting them built up. You know what I mean? Glaze is going to have to go up against Kuntz, and then he's going to have to go up against Max. Then they're going to, you know what I mean? Everyone's going to have to really, really.
They got to ball out.
They're going to have to fucking, see, it's crazy because Kuntz and fucking Kuntz, Tyree, and also Max are all different guys. They're all different guys. The way they play, their style, the way they come in,
everything.
You know what I mean? They're all different. So like that's only going to make these guys better moving forward. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm excited about, because you're going to see the growth this year. It's going to be some growing pains, just with like anything, but you're going to see the growth this year, and you're going to see them come together, man. It's going to be a great fucking season for them.
What up, Lo?
What up?
That's what I'm talking about. What up, Lo?
What up, Lo?
Yeah, I loved what everything Lo just said right there.
It's gonna be a good season, bro. It's gonna be really good.
I agree. +1.
Yeah, because just in case, you know, I don't want to. I'm not even gonna say it. Just
low.
But I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna say. I'm just gonna let that
go. If Dalton Wagner was another player, like if he was Sincere McCormick, I wouldn't give a shit about him. But because he's on the offensive line and he's that big, then he could develop on that freaks that ticky-tack wall where you saved or whatever. But these running backs that we have there, gotta get rid of them dudes, man. Yeah. I better see more Sincere McCormick, Brent Brown running the damn football than all three of these.
You're talking about those guys. Or you're talking about the whole running back group?
I know what Matson can do. I know what Abdullah can do. I know what Zeus would do. We need another running back.
So that's what I was going to ask Ultimate. Like
we need another running back, a good one.
I was going to ask Turf. So I said a couple players that running backs that I think will come in, because I think even though the Labe kid and stuff like that, he's supposed to be this. Right. You know, I'm still a little iffy on him. I think we need a little bit more experience. In there. And if there's a running back out there right now that's kind of like, you know, that we could pick up for the low. Who would you want to pick up to help with this running room? Because the way I look at it like this is like Zeus is just, he's going to hit you in the mouth and he's going to go straight at you. Matson's not really necessarily that kind of running back. He's more of a scat back out of the backfield.
He's not. He is.
Yeah.
Well, so to be honest with you, this is how I see it. And this is not a cop-out. Zeus is your number one back. He'll act accordingly. It'll take the heat off of everything that Madison would ever have to deal with stress-wise from that respect. And if you look at his previous career, that's when he excels, as to where he is just that dude that is a number 2. So pairing those two together right now is fantastic. The aftermath between all of that is where we now start to find out whatever that is. I'm confident with those two being our running backs, just based off the pure fact that we're going to have an offensive line to where it's definitely beneficial for both of their running styles, period. And then we already have the weapons, and we have a quarterback that can maintain the game. We don't need a quarterback that's going to, you know, be razzle-dazzle, etc. We just need somebody that can hand the ball off 5, 6, 8, 14, 25-yard carries here and there, while you also hitting them off here, you know, in between in the passing game. And eventually it all just naturally opens up. We have that in everything we currently have. I know people are nervous about the running game. I don't see a reason to be nervous about the running game. I think there are plenty of running backs, including the ones like, Sincere McCormick, that can come into the game, step in, and be in either Zeus or Madison's capacity and do what's necessary. I'm from Texas, so again, I see things a little bit differently than everybody else. I haven't seen Sincere McCormick get in outside of preseason and actually have a shot. So until I see it, you know,
how could you say that, sir? How could you say that? Like, you feel comfortable
because he's had preseason run and produced.
But he hasn't had no.
Show up. All you can do is show up when your number's called, and whether that's preseason, whether that's real game, that's all you can do, Gravy. And that's why I'm like, hey, and hey, he had a knee injury when he was there. See, and that's the problem that I'm trying to explain. The kid had a knee injury getting there, right? So you already knew that was a 2-year process. And now he's in that 3rd year, and he's still competing, and they haven't gotten rid of him. That should tell you that he's decent. I'm not saying he's going to start, but at the same time, he's not somebody.
I'm not saying you, Dirk. I'm not saying you, but it is the route out there that Sincere McCormick again is getting this ship, and I'm tired of hearing it with zero yards in 3 years. Gonna be 3 years.
I agree. I agree with that.
If he doesn't get with another team,
but
be on their practice squad.
I agree with that. But the thing is, the problem that you have is that the dude that's going to take his job has the exact same stat.
So my thing is,
with no experience, with no know-how, with no nothing, and this kid's been sitting for a while now and could explode. I'm just telling you. Pause. No. Look, real talk. I'm just trying to say, think about just seeing that's the thing, Gravy. And I know you got this in you because you do still have a little bit of this left in the fact that there is the ability to gain something sitting on the side waiting your turn. I came from that old school just like you probably did. A dudes that had people that was lined up and it didn't matter. You was dope. You had to wait because you was just in line. I came from running backs. I had to wait. I was just in line. But when I showed up, I showed out. And you just got to give some of these guys this same opportunity, in my opinion. Tell me I'm wrong, Gravy. You know I'm right. When you come from
but it's not going to break my attention. It's not going to break my attention from my number one guy. You know what I mean? Our number one guy isn't even.
It's NFL, and that's why you have to produce.
Our number one guy ain't even popped yet. Our number one guy hasn't even popped yet. Or if he, that's it.
He showed enough. He showed enough promise to do that.
Not to me.
So my biggest thing is like this. Look,
4 games, bro.
See, for me, Turf, like the way I'm looking at it like this is because if we were in win mode now. And if we go with the number one with Zeus, obviously he's our number one. That's what it is. He's earned the right. He's been behind Jacobs this whole time. Okay, cool. But then if we go to Matson, then we go to Abdullah, they're the same kind of running backs. So that kind of makes us one. They're very similar. Abdullah's a little bit more quicker. You know what I mean? Not going to go up the middle. Same thing with Matson. You're not going to see the Matson go up the middle. He's going to be trying to go out to the outside. So they're going to know how to line up against that and whatnot. You know what I mean? He catches the ball out of the backfield. So they're very similar, just height difference. You know what I mean? Maybe a little bit.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that respectfully.
So pretty much what I'm seeing is they're saying if Sincere McCormick comes in, they're going to basically put him in that. They're not going to trust him to go down the middle. So that's why I'm saying it's like it makes us one-dimensional.
Why wouldn't they trust him to go down the middle?
Well, I'm just saying because say somebody like I said Cam Akers, shout out, I think Hit Stick said Cam Akers. Dalvin Cook can go up the middle. These are kind of players that we need that are similar to Zamir White, because what's going to happen is the defense is going to see, this is what they're doing. So they're going to just cover. They're just going to back off and cover the way they need to, cover the flats, cover over the middle. However,
every back is different. But every back is different, though, man. Every back. Look, man. There's a lot of times that people will tell you, no matter how it looks on the field, oh man, I hated tackling this dude. Real talk. I'm just saying, and I'm just saying, you just don't know what will emerge and that's the problem. Everybody just is so immersed into the new world when it comes to running backs, and that's part of the problem. None of these dudes is ever going to get a rhythm from that respect, because that's part of being a running back. And then kind of being comfortable knowing you to do, but not really but you to do. And right now, I don't think you have that at all. I think there's you to do the 1A, and then there's the do 1B. And if you go down, they're going to put somebody in 1A, probably the dude that's in 1B. But
exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
No, yeah, but see what I'm saying.
And the psyche is very different now when it comes to the running back position. And then people produce. See, that's the other last thing I want to make sure that we all want to recognize, because look, you can go on all these rosters, the numbers are there, they produce, and there are people that you don't have, right? Exactly. Do we have to really go to every roster to say, well, shit, yeah, they did have 3-4 dudes that produced 14, 16, 1,800 yards. Nobody knew who they were. They did enough. They did what they could work with.
I remember when we had one of those.
Yeah, let's use Tony Pollard for an example.
16-yard rusher.
Yeah. Look, see, this is what I'm trying to get at. Like,
and the shit didn't get us anywhere.
If you look at Tony Pollard, the way he came in and he was a change of pace back, right? You know what I mean? That made the defense. If you really watched him in the way he played different than Zeke. So then that kind of gave him the change of pace, right? So with Matson and Abdullah, they're not those guys. They're not the change of pace guys. So that's what I'm saying. So Zeus, with the kind of the way he plays, and a Cam Akers or a Dalvin Cook, that's a different change of pace back. So that makes us more dangerous to where the play action is going to come into play. That means that they're going to have to come to the line. That's where Bauer's going to be over the middle or send back on a drag route or something like that. Like, there's so many different things that can happen and left because of our running game. And we can't be one-dimensional. And with these running backs that we got, with Zeus being in there, we're one-dimensional. With the other running backs in there, we're one-dimensional. They make us one-dimensional. They don't have that change of pace back to where it's like they don't know what to do. And that's all I'm trying to get at, because, you know, that's why like a Cam Akers or Dalvin Cook, because they're similar. That's why they're like, oh shit.
I totally see your point.
Yeah. So that's all I'm trying to say is, like, I'm not knocking anybody that's even on the NFL roster right now. We give sincere shit, but dude, I can't even get close to, you know, putting on some pads and trying to go and do some shit that he does. You know what I mean? But I give him props for being on the roster, but it's been a long time, and it's like I don't see him being that effective moving forward. They don't even have him on the depth chart here.
Who you want, Gabe? Who does Gabe want? Who does Gabe want? Who you want, Gabe, as a running back?
I'm comfortable. I mean, I've said it over and over. I'm comfortable with the running backs that we have right now. I like Zeus.
Gabe, man.
I like Zeus. I like, you know what I mean? I like how the
give these guys a shot.
It's because the new NFL, bro, like you're rarely seeing. There's a reason why there was eight like guys that are former Pro Bowls, you know what I mean, running backs that were on the market last year. You know what I mean? There's a reason for that, you know what I mean? Because there's guys coming in as 5th, 6th round picks, you know what I mean, that are contributing. And I think that they see that, and I think they already seen enough in Zeus to where they can say, okay, he can be that type of guy for us. And then that's why they sign a Madison or something like that. And then as far as like the depth, like I think that's the reason why they're holding on to money too, because any camp casualties or anything like that, you got money saved up to where if there's any late cuts, you got your, when you got money like that and other teams are kind of strapped at the cap, you know, you kind of have your pick in the litter, you know what I mean? Like, so when it comes to, it might be, you know, a little later in the off season that we want, but I think there's going to be room for that. You know what I mean? Like, there's going to be room for that just in case, like, that we're not seeing enough out of Zamir or Madison or like the guys that we talked about, you know, Brayton Brown and Sincere and stuff like that. If you don't see enough out of them in the preseason, I think you got money and you got a lot of situations where I still think that there's going to be crazy ass cuts. It happens every year. There's going to be some crazy ass cuts where teams are going to cut some players that are, oh damn, that guy's cut, that guy's available. You know what I mean? Those are guys that you can, kind of just jump on. You know what I mean? So I just think that that's why I'm kind of comfortable where we're at right now. You know what I mean? Because I think there's, and because not just because of who we have on the roster, but because I think they're smart. They're playing it smart by holding on to that money, because we wanted them to spend it right away when that June 1st came out. You know what I mean? When June 1st came around, they were like, damn, the money's available. Let's go get it. You know, let's go get something. But I think that it's kind of smart to wait that waiting game, because there's going to be a lot of guys that are become available. You know what I mean? Later on in the offseason.
Well, let's hope Baltimore cuts Derrick Henry. You solidified it, running back.
I see it.
Because I'm not threatened if I'm a defensive coordinator with that running game.
That's what I was going to say.
So who do you want? Who do you want, Gravy?
Who would you add to this?
I thought we were going to draft him.
I know, honestly. And I don't mean that facetiously or no. I honestly, like, so that who's.
To be honest with you, I wanted Josh Jacobs. That's what I wanted.
Yeah, but Josh Jacobs wanted too much money, and then
we messed with it.
The problem is you got to blame the guy that left that decided to run him into the ground. the year before.
It's kind of sounding though like what
he ran him into the ground, bro, and then you wanted to pay him top dollar after running him into the ground, and we all know.
And not just that, but it kind of sounds like now, you know what I mean, with his recent comments, no matter how much money we were going to give him, he didn't want to be here no more.
You want to be here,
he
yeah.
said that,
we don't need to go there.
I mean, there was too much, you know, like all of that, and which is true. Well, kind of the stuff that he said was true, but you know, you kind of were saying a different. You were singing a different tune while you were here. So it just contradicts what you were saying while you were here. But I mean, it is what it is. He's gone. You know what I mean? He's a fucking Packer now. You know what I mean? And to be honest,
I understand that. I understand that, but we didn't do anything. We didn't do anything to support.
And I don't blame us for not doing anything to support at 12, 13, 14 million for a running back that you pay $2 million for. Didn't make sense.
The leading rusher. Who's the leading rusher? Almost every person that got 1,600 yards got paid.
I agree. After being pounded into the ground, yep, pun intended. And
he was ready for it again. He was ready to do it again if we would have came into shape. But that money would have been dealt with from the beginning.
And I'm all set. This day and age, this world, this league, this science tells me it doesn't work. I'm just telling you, Gravy. It just tells me it doesn't work. It just tells me it doesn't work. There's no other running back that's going to come back and do what he did and then do it better. If not, you know what I'm saying? Slightly worse, let alone worse.
Doesn't matter. So, you know, it ain't going to matter. It ain't going to matter.
For those guys that proved themselves, you're absolutely right. It doesn't matter.
If our quarterback, it doesn't matter who our quarterback is. You can put a 9-year-old, you put a monkey back there. If your running game makes successful, it ain't gonna be nothing.
I think we'll have a successful running game.
Look at this one-dimensional teams that be losing Super Bowl.
No, I agree, but we will have a successful running game. I'm pretty sure of it. We got a good running coach, Cadillac Williams, right? We got a good
running game coordinator too, and
we have veterans that are just natural guys that understand the game, and they will teach.
Yeah, because our running game coordinator is Caldwell. I mean, former head coach.
What you're saying, Gabe, is the reason why I ain't saying that our running game sucks. We're gonna lose games because of it. That's why I'm not saying that. Because the names that you just said that don't play the game, that aren't out there.
Yeah.
The dudes that are out there, and
that's why I believe in. That's why I believe in you know, the development of like a Tyree. I believe in the development of like these guys, because I think the best thing that AP could have done is, like, he was hearing that, you know, all of that experience shit, like he had no experience, so he went out and fucking created a fucking a coaching staff that they have experience everywhere. You know what I mean? They have either experience playing the game at a high level or coaching at a high level as a former head coach or defense or a coordinator somewhere. You know what I mean? So I just think that what he put around them, the team that he put around them, you know, you can't not even take away from you know, Rob Leonard, you know what I mean, or defensive a defensive line coach, you know what I mean? So it's like a wide receivers coach, you know what I mean? So it's like, man, dude, I just think that all of that is gonna be why our offense, I don't know, man. I think because I think all offenses might start off slow this year because of the new three game preseason and a lot of that shit. You know what I mean? They have less time, and as it is, you know what I mean, the defense is always a little bit ahead of the offense at the beginning of the season anyway. But I think this offense is going to contribute to whoever's behind center. I just think that the scheme that they're going to be able to put together with all those minds in that room, which the only thing that's going to happen is, and I think AP, this is where he's got to work his magic. He's got to make all of those guys that he hired, that he brought along, and he's got to tell them, you all got to check your egos at the door. You know what I mean? And we all got to put our heads together and make the game plan for the Raiders. You know what I mean? And to win games on Sundays. You know what I mean? And I think that's what's going to happen, bro. I think these guys are all in position to make that happen for AP. You know what I mean? Or else AP wouldn't have got these guys on the staff.
Yeah. The staff, yeah. the staff that I see, bro, like there's so much experience in that room, in those rooms, bro. It's just like there's at least 200 years of experience in there, if not more. Not more. And a lot of people, like you're saying, that a lot of people are just saying, well, he's a first-time head coach, this, that, and the third. Yeah, a lot of first-time head coaches make a lot of bad decisions. They bring their friends in, bring their college guys in, they do all that stuff. He brought NFL-minded coaches in that know how to do certain things and know how to like be like checking their ego at the door, bro. I think a lot of people are misconstruing what we have in the building. And like, you know, how they're knocking us about like our draft grade, our fucking quarterback room, our running back room. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not saying anything bad about any level of what we have here. I just would like a step up in certain levels, in certain aspects. Maybe another veteran running back. You know what I mean? Maybe another good linebacker, maybe a good cornerback. You know, secondary. I mean, somebody put up all the secondary that we got, man. There's a lot of young, and somebody put it up here right now too. Right here it says, if we look at it, shout out Doppelganger, we have a really inexpensive team, a lot of rookies, young players that don't cost a lot of money, but are willing to play like dogs. And see, and that's good, especially with the coaching staff that we have, bro. It's going to take us up. It's going to take us up a notch, but a lot of people are not really looking at the situation, bro. And I
also want to see the Eichenberg and the Devonshire and you know what I mean, and Trey Taylor, bro. You know what I mean? Like all of those guys, Richardson, you know, like those guys, I want to see how they're going to be able to perform. Maybe we might not need a corner. What if one of these guys becomes a rookie sensation type of guy? You know what I mean? So, like, we got a lot of those guys, you know, that came out. I like Devonshire. I really do like Devonshire. You know what I mean? It's physicality, like, and all of that shit. But Trey Taylor's not a bad one too, dog. So, man, I just that's what I want to see in the preseason for sure, man. Like those guys, and I think that's why I keep saying, you know, they're waiting on that money. They're holding on to that money just like to see what they got, to see what kind of holes they got to plug in preseason. See, like, okay, he needs a little bit more time. That guy needs a little bit more time. Like that's what I think that they're waiting for in preseason, because the new format in cuts is like there's only one big cut. You know what I mean? At the end of preseason now, it's not cutting down by You know what I mean? It's one mass cut. So there's like hundreds of guys available on the same day. It's like a brand new type of free agent type of thing. You know what I mean? Like, because all of those guys become available on cut day. You know what I mean? When those guys got to go from 90 to 53. So all of those guys from 32 teams, when they got to go from 90 to 53, a lot of them do get, you know, rid of some players that, you know, obviously are not going to be on the team, but a lot of them make those mass cuts on the last game of the preseason, right before the last cut. So there's going to be a bunch of guys available, which is going to be like a little mini type of fucking free agency type of thing, though, because there's going to be a lot of guys that don't like the situation that they're in, but they're still a hell of a good player, but they just don't like the new situation that they're in because of a new coach or something like that. That, like, you know what I mean? All of those type of things you got to take into account for later on. And I think that's where, you know, Telesco's kind of, you know, his experience comes into place, because he knows all that shit. He's been around the block. You know what I mean? He's done this for years. And I think that's what he's waiting on. And he's happy. I think he's ready. He's ready to pounce on a moment like that. You know what I mean? Getting a guy like that. You know what I mean? So it's that's cut off of a team that still has a lot to offer. You know what I mean? So I just think that we're still far from done from day one.
What did Turf? What did you think about the whole draft and like bouncing off what Gabe was saying as far as Telesco did? Like, what did you think about it? Because me personally, like, I thought it was exactly what we needed. You know what I mean?
Well, I think he did us a good service, and like you said, the things that we absolutely needed. I think he addressed all of those, whether they were addressed in the proper order, right? The Bowers pick will always be a signature pick, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. I don't see how it could be bad. I could see it being good or indifferent, but not bad, because he's just going to be that guy. It's that DJ Glaze pick that's really going to be I think, a focal point.
Everybody was on that one too.
Yeah, he becomes somebody that absolutely does nothing. Yeah, that's probably going to be a sour point. But don't get me wrong. Hey, he's got Jackson Powers to hang his hat on. I mean, Telesco is not a dumb individual. That guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's definitely in the game for a reason, and I think he absolutely has done everything right.
That's why I say Glaze might.
His power.
You pick the dude that high. Third round is it? A good round to be in, man. If you're an offensive lineman, you're gonna get paid well.
I agree.
And I think you know, as far as development,
because Byron Young too. I mean, I know that he's getting talked about a little bit this year because he's been putting a little bit more work. He's been putting a little bit more work, and he's a third round pick too. But you know what I mean? He's a guy that didn't see the field last year, so I think he could be a type of like that. You know what I mean? A guy like that where he might not see the field this year, but that might do good for him. That might do good for Glaze. You know what I mean? Going up against our defensive guys in practice and shit like that, where you know what I mean? You got to be the dummy O or shit like that. Where I don't really like calling them that. The scout, you know, team. But so it's like that's when you want to see him kind of like develop, you know, when he's going up against guys like, you know, Wilkins and Max and you know Tyree and Kuntz in practice and shit like that. But I think he might be for sure. Like I was very critical on that one, so I want to talk shit and be like he shouldn't have time to develop because he's a third round pick. But I do really think he, with the depth that we kind of have at offensive line, you know, with the guys that we kind of signed in the offseason late too, I think that might call for that. You know what I mean? It kind of might like force him into like really developing him and kind of, you know, maybe coming in next year as a real, you know, legit, you know, contender for a spot.
Well, see,
if I look at the roster, Rose, all of you, if I look at the roster and Glass is third in any of those positions that he plays, it's going to be a bad pick. It's a bad pick to me already. If he's third string and he's a third round pick, that's a bad pick.
But what I mean, maybe is look at our, but you got to look at the depth. I would agree with you if our depth wasn't as good, but
maybe he's better than Pete. Maybe he's pushing Pete around, man. You don't know
okay, yeah. If he's doing that, then of course let him play. But what I mean is if he doesn't make that team and he is a developmental guy, like you can't really blame him because Pete has been a Pro Bowler. Whitehair's been a Pro Bowler. You know what I mean? Then you got our starters with Parham and, you know, they're not going to sit James for him. They're not going to sit Powers probably most likely because he's even a higher pick than him. Then you got Colton Miller. The only guy you would probably want him like that you would probably make sense for is for Mumford, battle the spot with Mumford, but it looks like Mumford is kind of
Mumford's the dude.
Pete already has two fake legs and someone else's shoulders already, bro. He's the backup. He's the backup. He's the third string.
I would agree. I'm just saying I would agree with you is that our depth wasn't as bad. Like it was looking at a certain point that it wasn't going to be, you know, depth, and we were going to really need him. But, and we still got Meredith. Meredith is familiar on this team too. We did re-sign him as well.
Yeah, no, like for me with Glaze, you guys got to realize, like when Parham came in, he was a third round pick too. A lot of people kind of questioned that pickup and whatever, whatnot. And then look at what he turned into. He went from being, you know, a center or whatever, whatnot, being a left guard, right guard, and look at him. He's being moved all around, and he's one of our best linemen. Yeah, but he
was a rookie.
Right. So, but he had to.
What was the caliber of our line? Yeah. What was the caliber?
Now look at him now.
Yeah,
look at him now.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like that third pick, even though it's kind of a little iffy on Telesco's pick, I think he's seen something that is going to probably develop. I'm just saying a good maybe 2 games, solid 2 games, he'll be good.
I just think it might do a hell of a lot good though, if you could really, you know, if you have the ability and, you know, and just the depth to be able to kind of sit him and develop him, and he really does turn into that player and ready to go next year, then it could be a smart decision, bro.
So,
to be honest.
Okay, talking about depth and everything like that. I'm gonna shout out to everybody.
There's gonna be a good offensive lineman that's gonna get cut from this football team.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We got 60 in the building. Don't forget to hit the like button, man. If you guys hit that like button and hit the notification bell, they'll go to sign up to Coach Gravy on YouTube, Renegade 420, and also the Ultimate Raider Fan on YouTube and all on IG. Yeah, you guys go to them and go to sign to them. I know Ultimate Raider Fan has a show, and you know what's up with us. But talking about players' development, right? And I know it's been a big issue with the whole Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell thing. I was talking to the boys before we started, and I was thinking, I think I'm gonna switch my quarterback. I think I want Anthony Brown to start. If you guys look at Anthony Brown, bro, he was a runner-up for the fucking Heisman Trophy out of Oregon State. Out of Oregon, not Oregon State. He went to Oregon. He played pretty well. If you look at some of his film, you know what I mean. I'm kind of liking our backup.
Me too.
I'm kind of really liking our backups.
So who's getting cut then? Minshew?
Oh no, Bradley. Bradley's getting cut.
He's a rookie. He's not even. He's a seventh. He's a free agent pickup.
Yeah. So
he doesn't hurt you or beat you. You can't cut him.
See,
he's just there.
So no, I'm just saying, man. Somebody boo this man. No, I'm talking.
That was Al Davis. That was the Al Davis pick, dude. Isn't that weird, dude?
You know, I was gonna be an emergency quarterback.
Yeah, no.
We gotta have three though, right? We gotta have three too, though.
But see, we're talking about development. Like we're talking like the big old thing about Aiden O'Connell. He'd been thrown in. He didn't get developed under no quarterbacks or anything like that. So that's why Gardner Minshew is going to come in. If you look at what Anthony Brown did, what he did when he played for Oregon, he played really, really well. He can be the mobile quarterback, He can be a mobile quarterback, not a running quarterback. Big difference. He has a good arm. He stays in the fucking pocket. He doesn't care about getting hit. He's he's only 6'2", but you can see where he has developed and played under like Lamar Jackson. You know what I mean? He just really didn't get his shot. So it's like I'm not really worried about it. I would like to see what he does in the preseason, bro. Like I really would. But I'm not saying that he's gonna be like the quarterback. I'm not saying he's going to be the quarterback, but we can't sleep on him, bro. I really, really like this depth, bro. I really, really do. I know he's not going to start. I'm just saying. The nation
like the
quarterback is Anthony Brown.
I like that. If Aiden O'Connell started, I like the depth for work.
No, I'm just saying because all quarterbacks need to develop, bro. Like that's what everybody we're talking about development.
I was sleeping.
You were sleeping?
You're not Gabe out, man, from the Anthony Brown talk. Hey, but he has a shot, bro. He has a shot. He has a shot. He's gonna get his shot. It's not gonna be a lot.
But we all talk shit about quarterbacks need to develop and do this, that, and the third. And he's been sitting back and developing and watching some shit.
Exactly.
Only one of the best quarterbacks. Come on, bro. I'm just saying.
He's been in the shadows.
He's been in the shadows.
Rich Gannon, bro. He's the Rich
shadows.
Gannon.
Rich Gannon? He's the Rich Gannon of the team.
Ra's al Ghul or what?
Rich Gannon, bro.
Ra's al Ghul.
Fucking League of Shadows.
I know that.
Super, what up, bro?
That a lot of people are just prejudging who our quarterback's gonna be. But I want you guys to seriously think. You could throw up stats. You could do whatever you want to do. You could take notes in your handbooks and do whatever you want to do. If you think, and in your sane mind, if you are insane as a Raider fan, and you think that we're gonna win any playoff games or go to the next level.
Why are you dying
with the quarterback situation we have? I didn't say one individual. With the quarterback situation that we have now, that ain't gonna happen. We had a better chance with Mr. Incompetent. I love you, Holy Roller over there playing in that other in Knowledge. And he didn't do shit. We said he didn't do shit. And so what do you expect is coming? You're expecting this God to come out of training camp, that he's the savior of the Raiders football.
Wait a minute.
Oh my God.
Is this what we came to, Gravy? Is this how we got to this?
This is what it is, Dave. Your support, okay.
See what I started?
I'm gonna have to support whoever starts. Okay? Because I'm gonna roll with them. But if I'm pissed and you all are with me, Gravy told you so. Expected it. You should have expected it. And I know some people are higher on Aiden and just, you know, I'm just done losing, bro. I'm just done with it. And then they didn't do anything as far as corporate. I would have rather did what you wanted, Gabe. But we weren't gonna get nobody else. Forget all them picks, man. Get the rookie, throw him in there. You think Aiden O'Connell? We'd be saying right now.
But I think they tried, and then just teams weren't willing to go away from their picks.
Right now, we were debating Aiden O'Connell. He's this. Well, we'll be talking about Aiden O'Connell. We had Jaden Daniels on our team right now.
Huh?
But we'll be saying, oh, he's accurate as hell. You should have seen the tapes at Purdue. Purdue, this and that.
They would not be saying that because
exactly
the Raiders would not allow that narrative to be kind of like,
because we know that AOC isn't better than Jaden Daniels.
Not just that, because it's a first round pick. That would have been the second overall pick. That would have been like a no brainer. You can't. There's no way,
man. Let me put you guys back, bro. Like, I was just talking shit, and I didn't know it was gonna go this far. I was just trying to get you guys.
Well, I'm just tired of hearing it, bro.
Either quarterback that
tired of hearing it, bro.
Nah,
you know, next thing you know, we're gonna have
either way.
We're gonna be all right either way. How could you say that, Lo?
Be all right either way.
Was it Anthony Brown?
No, Anthony Brown. Look, I said that.
I just think
with you guys, just to fuck with you guys.
And I
would rather get that Martinez guy you was talking about. Unless he wants something.
I don't even want to really get into the who's gonna be the number one corporate. I mean, we could. I mean, I don't mind. But what I mean is, like, my shit is not even that. Like, I'm not even really big on who's gonna start right now yet. Like, there's still a lot of shit right now. Like these next couple of weeks is really gonna determine who's gonna be the starter.
The 19th they go back, right?
Yeah, that's going to determine who's going to be the starter.
The rookies, I think the 23rd of January.
All of that shit that he has a slight lead over Minshew right now, like,
I don't know.
That's all good. That's all good. That's all good. You know what I mean right now. But the real shit is going to start on the 19th, dog. Like, that's when you're going to see these dudes, like, they might not be in pass at the beginning, but they're going to be going 100%. I'll tell you that. Because the competition.
Yeah, I feel like for Gravy, if AOC starts, the season's over.
Yeah.
Nah, you still can run the ball if you got that. You still can run the ball if you got that. I'm just saying basic knowledge of football. You can't go out there and expect to throw the ball 40 times, score 37 points with a quarterback that has never done that.
Right. No, I agree with
that. Had a 30. It was in the teens in the red zone.
But either with either quarterback that I think that starts, it's not going to be that. I don't think any of them are
logical, Gabe. It's getting logical, Gabe. That Minshew is the better quarterback. He's done more.
I know.
At the moment, yes.
Either guy that starts, none of them are going to have a game plan to where they're going to have to throw the ball 50 times. It's not gonna that game plan is not gonna call for whoever starts. You know what I mean? So that's why at the end of the day, I really am confident in, like what we were talking about earlier, the coaching staff is gonna come together and pick the right guy.
Yeah,
they're gonna pick the fucking right guy.
But we know that they don't play.
There's a lot of jobs.
I wish I could go out there to hold my running back's hand and tell him what hole to run through. No, I wish I could put tape on the guard's right butt cheek and said, "Hey, that's a 4-hole." I wish I could do that all over again with these. So many players.
What from last season though? Like at the end of last season, showed you that we can't do that. With a better coaching staff and a better offensive line, what showed you that we can't do that?
The games.
Yeah,
Indianapolis, Kansas City, and the Minnesota game.
Kansas City Christmas. What about that one?
Well, our quarterback didn't do shit on that game.
Well, what I mean is that I think that we got better. We're gonna be better on offense just because of the guys that we have around them, the coaching staff that we have around them.
So I know, Gabe. I agree with you on that. But because of that defense, people are saying that AOC is the bomb. You can't. You could be.
No. I don't think they're saying that, Gravy. I highly don't. I don't think they're saying that at all, bro. I think no. Listen, I think Gravy. I'm going to be honest.
A bunch of people arguing with me. We beat Kansas City, but it wasn't AOC.
No. He said that shit.
But he did end the season with 9-1 interception. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's not bad.
He did end the season with that. You know what I mean? Regardless of like who we played or what happened in that little section, that's improvement.
How many of those games out of those did we win? Besides the last four, we didn't.
3 out of the 4.
We won 3. 3 out of the 4 we won.
The last 4.
Okay. We know what his stats were? How many of those were those games that I talked about? 2
Okay, Gravy, you're beating a dead horse, though, bro. Regardless, whatever. A win is a win, right?
I'm beating a dead horse, just telling you that you're expecting this guy to like the world.
No. I'm not.
And I hope it happens.
No.
I hope it happens. We're not. I never heard one of you say, "Oh, ride or die." I know you guys.
I just expect him not to be the same. I just expect him not to be the same dude as last year. I expect him.
Is any player that comes in their second year, are they the same player? Going into the second year, the same player, yes or no?
Some of them are.
Some of them are.
Bro, see, look. So you know what? You should say.
I will agree with that.
Other people on other teams. That's what I'm saying, Gravy.
But it's not expected. It's very important. It's very important. It's very important. That's the most important position that you need to have. A combination.
Some of them even get worse. I agree with you, baby. But what in AOC? What in AOC has you thinking that if all of the talk around him has been positive, he's been doing supposedly he's been in the room, but there's just guys like I understand like when you're saying like there's guys who struggle in their second year or guys who get worse in their second year, but those are guys who just don't take the fucking shit serious. Those are guys like Damon Arnett. Those are guys like those type of dudes that don't take this fucking craft serious, and I don't see that in AOC. Yeah. I mean, so I think that you're going to get better in him anyway. Is it enough to beat out Minshew in the end? I still am under the belief that I don't think so, because I'm with you. I think Minshew wins the job.
That's what I mean.
I do think AOC is going to make it real tough for him, and it is a little bit of it's in his favor that he does have the familiarity with his team already. You know what I mean? So that I will say that, but I mean, I think that's the only favoritism that he might get, that he has a familiarity with them. But as far as them picking a quarterback just off of that, I don't think so. I think they're gonna pick the right guy because that's who they think that's gonna actually win them the most games, not because they think AOC is. Oh man, you know what? We picked him last year like that. I don't think that. Like I think that AP, he knows just as well. Though. Like I know that he might not be on the super short leash where he's not gonna be gone at the end of this year, but it's not gonna be a good look if you start off, worse. You know what I mean? If you don't just at least, maintain a little bit of that momentum from last year. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I think that they're gonna pick the right guy at the end of the day. That's what has me confident in these guys.
We need to stop talking about quarterbacks and just be happy with the guys that we got and just know that
all right.
I'm just tired of losing.
Yeah, I know. It was my fault, guys. It's my fault that I started Gravy. So that was my bad. I shouldn't have done it.
Nah, I'm just tired of losing.
No, I get, and see, and that's what a lot of people misunderstand, bro. That's a lot of the misconception of what you're saying is like there's a couple messages. Somebody turned around and tried to say that us as Raider fans are exactly the same as media fans, right?
Like I hear your frustration.
We're hating on our own fucking team. We're not. We're just tired of fucking losing. That's all it is. So Gravy's standard is up a little bit more, and seeing from what he has done and the games that he was learning as a young guy, we can't have all that pressure on this guy that's possibly might happen. You know what I mean? Even with Minshew on the same fucking token.
No, absolutely right.
He has technically a losing record, but being in the league for going on his 6th year, he does have his pluses. They both have their pluses, but both of them want to win, and we just want the best one. And it just sucks because we don't have the guy that we want because of the inconsistency of both of them.
We don't know that yet, though. We really don't know that yet.
AOC has kind of the upper hand, but so in one sense, because he can get better than what he was last year. Also, but Gardner Minshew can get better going than what he was last year too. So
I mean, anybody
those things. So anybody any year can. Right now, Aiden
Bro,
O'Connell
it's happened for this franchise before.
Are 0-0. They're 0-0 right now.
Right.
It's happened for this franchise before. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Rich Gannon. You know what I mean? He was a throwaway quarterback from another fucking team. You know what I mean? They brought him here. He was, like that, and like he ended up being that. Like, can that become? I mean, obviously that's wishful thinking, and you want maybe a Minshew to become that. But at the end of the day, if AOC can become that, then that's obviously that would be the best thing, dog, because that's something that's somebody that I think we'll take real pride in, dog, because that shit's homegrown. That would be homegrown, dog, and to see that shit, that should be good. Cool, dog. Cool to see. I mean, I am with Gravy. I do want to see a lot more, but like,
right.
It's around the corner. On the corner, Gravy. It's around the corner for sure.
Yeah, it is. It's close. That's why I'm excited right now. Okay, just a quick one. We go 0-2. And we're 16 points.
We're not going 0-2, bro. I'm going to my first.
Wait, just fantasy land. We're fantasy land. We're fantasy land.
We'll Fantasy Island. We'll go 1-1.
Fantasy Island. No, because there's nothing will happen. We go 0-2.
He said fantasy.
We get 14.
Not doing it.
14 points. What happens? Well, you know what we're gonna start saying, right? We're gonna start saying this dude needs to develop. He's in his second year.
No.
We're not gonna say it. Some people
when
are
you had Minshew right there.
No, because I'm with this.
Look, if I'm under this, I'm under this thinking real quick. If he wins the job, then obviously they're thinking he's better than Minshew, so he doesn't really need. I guess he doesn't need to develop that much more than Minshew, right? Than the guy that they brought in for him. So that's obviously already a mistake right there. That's not gonna be. Definitely not gonna be like, oh damn, he needs more time to develop, because obviously he won the job out of camp, right? So that they should have made that call before camp. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm thinking. Like he has that call needs to be made before camp. Like that can't. If
I agree. I agree.
Good job.
So Super says right here, AOC versus Minshew is like the nerd versus the hippie, bro. If we can put both those guys together, bro, I think we got a fucking Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Both of them together is probably a half a quarter.
Oh shit! Oh god, fucking gravy. Shit, man.
I'm for real. But maybe 3/4 of a quarterback.
He said 3/4 of a quarterback. Shit. Because man, so man, we still got what, another fucking 12 days, 20 days till we fucking start.
Plenty.
2 more weeks. 2 more weeks.
And then we see the real. See how much bold takes was taken.
Or on the 20th? It's on the 20th?
The 20th, or I thought it was the 19th. Let me see.
Rookies and then veterans going later.
Oh, that's gonna be awesome, dog. That's
I know.
That's around the corner too, dog. That's gonna be right here, right in my back.
Hop the fence, bro. Just hop the fence and say
like half hour away. Like half hour away. I'm gonna try to fucking make it down there just to do something. Try to make it in somehow.
Just carry a bunch of bags of tacos in.
Both of them together, or Joe Flacco?
That's it.
Maybe said a half a quarterback.
I'm gonna go the first day, scope out how the fucking staff is dressed, how the staff is dressed, you know what I mean? Like the ones that are like in the staff and shit, I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna go get a shirt exactly like that shit. I'm gonna go in the staff the next day, watch. You won't see me.
Shit, I already got ideas for the shirt for the games, and I already had an idea. I got ideas that I'm gonna design a few shirts. We're gonna have some shirts. Yeah.
Hey, Turf, I'm pretty sure I remember who you said, but
yeah.
Who was your number one quarterback for the Raiders?
For the Raiders?
Yeah, overall. Yeah, Are you talking about right now or overall?
Oh, you mean right now for the AFC? It's obvious Mahomes the number one quarterback for the AFC. Wow.
No, I mean for our team. Who you starting on our team?
Overall, off the rip, With what we got right now?
Yeah.
What we got right now?
Gannon, Rich Gannon.
AOC or Minshew? Who you want to
AOC, 100%. Oh, come on, man. Y'all know I'm an AOC guy, man. Come on, man. I'm AOC 100%.
I baited them in. See, I baited them in. They tell me why.
Yeah.
Explain to me why.
Okay, so what I will explain to y'all is exactly this. So let me get into it. Real talk.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So look. He was a 4th round draft pick, the person that was never expected to see the field at all in any way, shape, or form. No different than our 1st round draft pick, believe it or not, with the Lisfranc, foot issue that the Pats thought they were being smart on, and it may pay off for us in the end after the fact. But
it is.
These things are all hindsight, but real talk. So, that's really where this starts from. Right? And it just so happens that this 4th round quarterback, has a pretty good hold on accuracy. And that's one of the harder things that you can find in the NFL. There are a lot of things you can teach. Accuracy is probably the one that's a little bit further down the line of, being capable of teaching.
You gotta have it. You gotta have accuracy.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, this is where our guy comes into play, man. He's had that. He's got records for it, and those things speak for themselves with the people that, he's in company with as far as what he upholds. So I think if he's given the right chance and the fair shot, with a decent offensive line, I don't even really care about the running game in today's game due to the fact that they've kind of pretty much obliterated, the ability to, stifle an offense from the offensive line. Yeah, I don't want to keep going, but yeah, that's where I'm at with it, man. So I think that AOC has all the intangibles necessary to maintain the team. We don't need a superstar quarterback. We don't need somebody that's, going to make all the amazing throws. We got running backs and a hell of an offensive line with the additions to be solid.
My biggest thing with AOC and what I noticed, and our offensive line wasn't even that bad last year. A lot of people made it worse than what it was.
It wasn't bad at all. It was top 10.
It wasn't bad. Right.
Top 10.
I think where AOC is, where his biggest flaw is that he overthinks. If you look at the way he plays, he overthinks because he's trying to be too analytical, or too perfect in a sense. Trying to, rookie stuff, right? So, but some rookies, they just go out and just let the ball just fucking just go. They don't give a fuck. They're rookie. Who cares? You know what I mean? But he's trying to make everything right. He's trying to pick up everything. He had to learn 2 different offenses. Cool. But that's what I think.
How much you put?
I think that's what made
put on the incompetence. How much you put on the incompetence of like a Bo Hardegree though?
That too. It's a combination. It's the whole combination, right? Because Gravy said this about Aiden O'Connell when we got him. He can make the NFL throws. That's kind of going on what you had said, right? So that's where I'm kind of like leaning towards that, right? But the Garner has that little it factor, right? But Garner doesn't think. He doesn't make good plays. He makes a lot of like, hey, it worked on this one. Let me do it again. The defense adjusts. They pick him. He fumbles. He does that. Aiden, you know what I mean, was thinking too much and was just nervous, whatever or not. So him settling in, getting the number that he actually wanted, doing the certain things, being a little bit more vocal. I think this offensive line, and I think what was his biggest problem was he held the ball too long because he was trying to make the perfect fucking throw. And that cannot happen, especially with defenses nowadays. The way they play defense, there is no way that you can do that. They're going to run stunts. They're going to do this, and especially with guys that work in and out of the offensive line. So him holding the ball for 6 seconds is unheard of. You give any other quarterback 6 seconds, bro, they're gonna pick you apart.
Do it.
You know what I mean? So for
and
me,
you got a guy that can't move and won't move.
Yeah, but I would rather, and he even stated, I'm a pocket quarterback. I'm going to stay in the pocket. I'm going to throw the ball. That's what a quarterback is. I understand that the game is evolving and stuff like that, but this is not flag football. This is NFL football, to where certain positions are supposed to play their positions. We're not going to take a defensive lineman and then make him a linebacker. We're not going to go turn around, take a safety, and then make him a linebacker. We did that. Look at what Diablo. Diablo has a lot of tackles, but a lot of his tackles are coming from behind because he's playing catch up, because he plays bad angles. Now he's just an athlete, so there's something different. But as far as a quarterback is concerned, a quarterback's job is to read and throw. They're not supposed to be sitting there doing jukes and doing all this shit. They're a quarterback. They're meant to throw the fucking ball, in a sense. But I'm not saying that he can't get a little bit quicker on his feet, but I'm just saying, bro, if you really, really look at it, he just needs to make better decisions quicker and just needs to understand. That's all I'm saying. As far as that's my biggest drawback on him.
He just needs to get better footwork in the pocket and be smarter. And just be smarter with his throw. Just be quicker. Just have a better internal clock. You know what I mean? That's it. Like, that is awareness. I think with his type of quarterback, like skills, like his skill set, if he could get that side, that little dip, the shoulder dip with the, you know what I mean, just being able to, kind of like side move, like, just do like the head movement type shit. Practice some boxing, you know what I mean? Practice some fucking some drills or something like that. But if you can do that type of shit, bro, like if you can just do like that, like, because with his skill set, if you can just get better in the pocket with your awareness and being able to step up in the pocket when you need to, or step to the side when you need to, that's what's gonna be best for him. Like, because it's never gonna work for him. He's not the fastest. He's not like this and that. He's not the quickest with his feet. You know what I mean? But like, I'll tell you one thing. Like there's been quarterbacks that have been like that. Plenty in this league. Yeah, it's going a little bit away from that because there's a lot of dual threat quarterbacks out here. You know what I mean? But most part, like the guys that work out is like the guys that need to run when they need to because they see green grass in front of them and it's just an open opportunity. But like it's still a quarterback league. You're still what's gonna move the chains is being able to get that first down with the open guy, or read your first read and make that throw and make it on the money, or you know what I mean, being able to go across your reads and find the open guy if you need to be. But I just think that's what's gonna get Aiden better. You know what I mean? And I think that's what he's working on. I think he knows what he needs to work on. I don't expect him to come out here and be fucking now. I don't expect him now to be, the next coming of fucking Michael Vick. You know what I mean? I don't expect that. You know what I mean? It's like, he's not gonna do. That's never gonna be him. You know what I mean? That's never gonna fucking be him. No matter how like it's. But if he works on the things that he needs to work on, he could be very good at, because I think the team that's built around him right now with, you know what I mean, the play caller that we have, and you know what I mean, in Getsy, who likes to run the ball. Case in point, last year he led the league. You know what I mean? And then you got receivers, you got weapons all over the outside who can catch the ball if you could just get him the ball. So I just think it's made for him to not even have to be that mobile of a fucking quarterback, even if Minshew's back there. You know what I mean? So I just think this team is built for that guy, for AOC. It is built for AOC, but it's still going to be tough. It's still going to be a tough quarterback battle, dog, because I think both of these guys are on that level. But we'll see, man. AOC looks. I think he's going to be a surprise, man. I don't know. Every day I'm leaning more and more towards AOC.
Yeah, it's one of those things, bro. We kind of go back and forth and back. Yeah, but yeah, bottom line, we just want to win, and that's all it comes down to.
He's our guy.
Yep. But shit, you guys, we get out of here. We got a good hour and a half. Shit, I know There's been on for a good minute. But yeah, man, thank you guys for pulling up, man. We're gonna be live again on Tuesday. We'll go live on Tuesday, and then we'll probably chill, see what's going on, maybe see what happens during the week. Man, thank you everybody for pulling up, man. We had like 70 people in the chat at one point in the building. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out. Hey, Turf, it was a pleasure, bro. Yeah, it was a pleasure, bro, man.
I appreciate y'all for having me on, man. This was an excellent time, man.
Yeah. Go to let everybody know where to find you and everything like that. What time you come on, what time the show comes on. And
yeah, absolutely, man. So I am in Texas. I'm Austin, Texas. So it is 8:30 Central Standard Time on Tuesday nights. I've been doing that since 2021. I don't mean to impede on any people's time, and for the people that have something, no worries, right? Do your thing. I expect it. We all need this content, need to give it to our fans the way they see fit, right? And if that time slot is your time slot, it is what it is.
Yeah.
That's what I do, right? My brothers and I, we do Sundays, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, again, 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. And then just a bunch of shows, man. The Raider Syndicate, TRS. It's how we do, man. And I really appreciate Raider Nation Live for having me on. Yeah. It was a great time, man. I hope you enjoy you, right? You know what I mean? The bickering, if you will.
Oh, yeah.
Topics. I enjoy it,
Wait till the season starts, bro. Wait till the season starts.
Yeah, I know, right? Exactly.
Are you going to the LA games, or are you just going
100%. I'm going to the LA game. I don't miss a home game. So for the people that don't know, I've never missed a home game. And that's including preseason. As far as the new stadium is concerned.
Gotcha.
Trying to keep that streak this year. I'll be out there for all of the, initials and so forth.
I know for sure. We're going to be at both LA games. I'm not sure about Gravy yet, just depending. But I know we'll be at both LA games for sure. And then I'm going to be at the Monday night game against ATL. So I'm going to be there for sure. So that's
that's Monday night and in Vegas. I'll be there.
We're going to be there. So
even if I ain't in the game, you'll see me in the tailgate. 100%.
Oh man, no, we'll get together one way or another. We'll touch down. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Have a steak or some shit. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Wherever we're at, bro, like tailgating, however it is, man, we'll all get together, man, just to touch, shake hands.
You never tell me you're gonna buy me a steak.
I didn't say. I say we'll go get a steak. I didn't say I was buying anybody a steak. There's a difference.
And I'll go get you a steak.
Hey, they have steak and eggs, bro, for $6 in certain places, bro. At certain times,
you just gotta know, man. I live like a local in Vegas, by the way. So if y'all didn't know, yes, I plan on moving to Vegas, man. Like really soon. I'm trying to bribe my youngest to go to high school there. May not work out, so
yeah.
Latest case scenario is like 2026, but we'll figure it out. Either way, I'm in Vegas. I'm always in Vegas during the season. You don't even have to ask.
For sure. Well, man, it was a pleasure, man. You're more than welcome here anytime, bro. You guys go check them out, man. Go to
back-to-back shows.
Yeah,
back-to-back shows.
That's why he's
and I loved every minute of it.
That's why he tired.
Yeah. But no, go over there and go subscribe to him, man. Appreciate you, bro. Like I tell everybody around these parts, man, be thankful for what you do, got what you don't drink and drive. And like how we always end the show on 3. We always do it. Ready, guys? 1, 2, 3. Ray!